Okay. Live on YouTube. Live on Instagram. Look who we got again. It's this, if you're watching the YouTube, it looks like I'm just doing nothing. But if you're watching the Instagram, I'm scratching Sandy's cheek. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
Try and touch my finger. So today we're not doing yoga, we're going to do this instead. Not really. Hi, everybody. I'm going to turn off the comments on Insta. Yeah, if anything happens on Instagram, go over to YouTube. MJ Travers over at YouTube, so, and vice versa. Whatever works better for you. I know last week there was a problem with Instagram. Lost the video, lost everything, but hopefully not today. One seckie. We turn the brightness up. Okay. Let me turn it up on here. All right. It's good.
So good.
Okay. Yeah. We need blocks today. So if you don't have books, people to home instead of
Cans.
Haven't thought of that. Have you tried it?
No, but I'm a mom, so
yeah. You think of the things. Yeah, cans.
Cans.
Anything else that might be at home?
Bricks.
Bricks are handy. Be careful if you're using brick. Please be careful. If you have sensitive knees, blanket. You don't necessarily need a mat, just a non-slip area, but use a mat if you need. Bolster if you want to use it at the underclass. You probably won't need a strap today. Yeah, we're going to start lying on our back. Lie on your back. And then as you lie on your back, bring the soles of the feet flat, knees bent. Oh, let the knees rest together and let the arms either come wide to a T or a goalpost position, wherever the back of your hands can rest on the ground. So if that means that you widen the hands a little further, please do. And if you need to pad the body here, it might be something under the pelvis, the hand over the pelvis, just to help you to integrate into present time. Bringing awareness into where you are. We've been talking about this a little bit today, about flow, about getting in the flow of things, about remembering that last time that everything was really fluid, everything was just easy, like it was all just kind of clicking into place. And whatever that time was, whenever that happened, remember it. Remember it as vividly as you can. And if it's comfortable, walk the feet a little bit wider, just stretching through the hamstring, the glute, the low back, keeping the arms wide, back of the head relaxing. And start to bring awareness to the breath as well. So not only do I want you to think about the time when things were just easy and fluid and it was like you were riding the wave, that never-ending perfect wave. And things always change. It might not have lasted for very long, but hopefully it was a really easy time and everything just made sense. It's like, I was saying this morning as well, like the world was working for you. The universe was working for you. Remember that time. Breathe deep into the low abdomen, low back. Slow exhale. So if you can, breathe through the nose. Letting the air move in and out nice and slowly. Noticing when the awareness moves out of the body away from that memory, bringing it back to the breath, back to the memory, and replay it. Replay it as if it's happening. Like things are just happening perfectly. Again, soles of the feet are flat, knees bent, knees together, feet wide. If it's comfortable, again, walk the feet just a little bit wider. So again, a slightly deeper stretch on the back line of the body. If the knees are not resting together, just let them be as close to one another as they can be. Take a few more breaths here. Feeling the back of the body get nice and heavy. Shoulders, the arms resting down. Notice if you're holding tension or pushing the body anywhere into the mat or the ground beneath you. If you can, focus on that. If it is something that's reoccurring, helping yourself to create more space. One more deep, slow inhale, just above the pelvis, front, back, and sides. And slow exhale, keeping the legs as they are. Take an inhale breath, fill up fully. And on the exhale, let the head turn to the left-hand side. Think of the nose staying on one line. Inhale, head comes to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. One more time, just with the head. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. This time, inhale, center, part the knees. We're going to combine the head and the legs. Exhale, knees drop right, head turns left. Inhale to the center, keep the legs wide and staggered. Exhale, head turns right, knees drop left. Inhale, center. Continue this slowly with the breath. Legs to the opposite side. So the feet might still be the width of the mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees left, head right. One more time each side. Inhale slowly to the center. Exhale slowly to either side. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale, coming back to the center. And then hug the knees to the chest. Then pull the knees out wide towards the underarms. Press the pelvis forwards and down. So holding either the front of the shins or the back of the knees, you're welcome to gently rock side to side. Now we'll move into a full happy baby. So you might still hold the back of the knees, just lift the feet to the sky, or you can grab the ankles, the big toes, or the outer feet. But use the strength of the arms to pull the legs down, and the strength of the low back to press the pelvis forwards. The shoulders pull back towards the ground. Again, maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then come to stillness in the center. Keeping the right leg as a half happy babe, open the left leg out to the side, still holding onto the left leg. So you might need to change the grip and bring the hand to the outer calf or to the outer thigh. Press the outer right hip down and then pull the right shoulder down. So keeping that half happy baby with the right leg, lengthen the left inner thigh out and flex the left toes back, pushing the heel away. We'll take another full inhale breath. Exhale, bend the left knee back to full happy baby. Keeping the left leg as it is, take an inhale breath. Now we'll open the right leg out to the side. Again, change the grip of the right hand and bring it to the calf or the outer thigh, if that's a little easier to keep the body in this position. And start to feel the inner right thigh stretch, pressing the left hip down, pulling the left leg down using the left hand, and then start to activate the right leg. Pull the toes in, push the heel away. Two more breaths. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the spine nice and long, the pelvis pushing forwards, left hip stays as even as the right. One more inhale. And exhale back to the happy baby, full pose, both knees bent. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, bring the knees to the chest. Lift the left leg straight up to the sky, place the right foot onto the ground, interlace the hands at the back of the left leg, just at the thigh, the hamstring. Flex the left toes to the face. And we're going to play a bit of tug of war with the arm and the leg, or arms and leg here. So start to push the leg forwards as you pull back with the hands. Pull the shoulders back, anchor the hips down. Make sure that the right foot's pressing down nice and stable. Push the left heel up. Keep kicking the leg forwards as you pull back with the arms. We'll take another inhale and another exhale. Relax the kick of the leg. The leg might be able to move in a little bit closer. The hands might move up a little higher towards the lower part of the hamstring. Make sure you're not grabbing on the back of the knee, either the calf or the hamstring. We'll do that again. Start to kick the leg forwards as you pull the leg in. Flex the toes to the face and push the heel up. And notice if the pelvis is twisted or lifted up, keep it nice and even, pressing both sides down. Again, push the leg away as you pull it in. We'll take another inhale. Can you kick a little harder? One more exhale. And then relax the kick of the leg. See if the leg comes in a little further. We'll take an inhale breath. And then release the left foot to the ground. Lift the right leg to the sky. Interlace the fingers, the awkward grip. So basically just changing the hands over one space. And interlace the hands at the back of the right hamstring this time. Kick the right heel forwards. So really use the entire back line of the right side of the body. Flex the toes to the face and start to pull the leg in towards you. So if I was coming over and I was pushing on your heel, it shouldn't move. You should be kicking the heel forwards, pulling it back, shoulders pull back. Keep the left foot planted. Couple more breaths. Keep kicking forwards with the right leg, pulling back with the arms. One more inhale, kick a little harder forwards. And one more exhale. Relax the kick of the leg, bring the leg in a little closer if you have a bit more space now. So this active stretch, we'll do it again. Move the hands up just a little higher if the leg was able to come in a little closer towards the body. And again, make sure that the hands are either on the calf or the hamstring, not on the back of the knee. Kick the leg forwards and pull the leg in. So again, the same thing, create resistance, press the pelvis down, pull the toes to the face and push the heel further away. So again, we're not here for too long. Really use the breath. Slow, deep breath to the low back. Keep pulling the leg in a little harder. Use the strength of the arms, the chest. Kick the leg a little further away. Use the glute, the hamstring, the quad. One more inhale. One more exhale. Relax the leg. Maybe it comes in a little further. Full inhale breath. And then slowly release the foot to the ground. Press the feet down, arms by the side. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift the pelvis up. Press the shoulders back. Lift the chin slightly so on the skull and shoulders. Exhale, slowly articulate the spine down to the ground, then the pelvis. Inhale, slowly lift. Roll the inner thighs down. Outer hips wrap up. Exhale, slowly lower the spine and the hips. Again, inhale, slowly lift up. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Bring the knees to the chest and hug them side by side. You're welcome to rock left to right. And then come back to stillness in the center. Grab behind the back of the knees. Start to rock backwards and forwards. Surrounding the spine. You're rocking backwards and pausing. Make sure the weight's the skull and the shoulders. There's no compression onto the neck. Start to get a little bit more momentum. Do a couple more. Then we'll bring ourselves into a standing forward fold. So if you can, without using the hands, you'll press yourself, hips up, head down. Walk the feet wide. Let's come into a ragdoll. Interlace the fingers at the low back, squeezing the palms together, bending the elbows, maybe a little sway side to side. And then pull the shoulders back away from the ears. Bend the knees enough so the stomach rests towards the thighs. And if it's not that easy to grab or to interlace the fingers, you can always grab opposite elbows, or if you have a strap or a t-shirt or something else there, whatever feels accessible. Continue to breathe slowly. And then change the grip over. So take the awkward grip now, putting the opposite fingers on top. And again, bend the knees, really tip everything down. Again, maybe a little sway side to side. Let the head be heavy. And then slowly release the hands to the ground. Walk the feet out to the width of the mat. Turn the toes out slightly. Sit your bum down, frog squat. Malasana variation. Hands to heart, elbows pressing to the knees. You're welcome to take a little sway side to side if that feels okay. Heels are on the ground. So if your heels are not touching the ground, open the feet wider, lift the hips higher, or you have a blanket or bolster, stick it under the back of the heels to support you. Another option is to roll the mat up and wedge that under the back of the heels so you got the support. Then pull the inner knees back. And think of squeezing your bum up so you can lift the spine. Take another full inhale breath. And exhale, forward fold. Head down, bum up. Bring the feet to a hip width position. And have the feet nice and grounded. Think of pressing into big toe mound, baby toe mound, heel bone. Inhale, halfway lift. Just for this first one, fingertips on the shins. Bend the knees just a little bit so you can tip the weight forwards into the front of the shins. And as the fingers come onto the shins, push the calves into the fingers. Then lift the hamstrings up, ribs up, shoulders back. It's like you're pulling your head out of your bum. Take another inhale breath, hug the hips in, and press the heels down. Exhale. Keeping a nice neutral spine. Inhale, stand up, mountain pose. Arms come straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes. Place your head on top of your ribs, hips, heels. So if you need a little sway, side to side, backwards, forwards, find where that center plumb line of the body is. And then from there, press down into the feet, standing up away from the feet. So everything's working together, almost like it's opposing one another, so you can find that stability. Front, back, sides, lateral, medial. You're more than welcome to begin Ujjayi breath if you practice with Ujjayi. Dragging the air in and out. So again, that thing that you thought of earlier, that thing where life was just flowing, it might be one event, it might be a long amount of time. I'd like you to project that forwards into the rest of today. Let it move into this class and then beyond the class to everything else that is yet to come. Breathe into it and see it there in front of you, in front of the eyelids. Feel it as you press the palms into one another and stand up just a little taller. Open the eyes. Inhale, mountain pose. Arms straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to add on each time. Inhale, mountain pose. Arms lift the way up. Exhale, come up onto the tiptoes, pressing the toes and ball point down, heels lift. Inhale, option to look up. And now if you can, keep the heels lifted, bend the knees, take a couple of breaths to come into a forward fold. So take your time, tip the torso forwards, think of lifting the hamstrings up until you come all the way down, hands down, heels down. Awesome, nice work guys, today's great. Inhale, halfway lift, lift the front of the chest, heels are down. Stay on the exhale, option to fly the arms back. Keep the front of the chest lifted and wide. Inhale, mountain pose, stand all the way up, nice and tall. Good, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain, arms lift straight up. Good, exhale up on the tiptoes, heels lift. Option to look up, really think of the length from the heel bone up to the fingers. And again, take a couple of breaths. Keep the heels lifted, tip forwards and come into a forward fold. Little tiny bend of the knees, hamstrings again lift up. Good, long spine as you reach out. Heels to the ground when you're in the fold. Nice, good control, guys. Inhale, lift halfway. Do it one more time. Hold on the exhale, little bend of the knees, option to fly the arms back. Good. Inhale, mountain pose. Come all the way up, stand tall. Good, exhale, hands to heart. Nice. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, tip toes, sinking, really lifting as high as you can. Good. Option to look up on the inhale. And then again, take your time to fold forwards. Little bend of the knees, tip down. So nice. Awesome work, guys. Heels are down. Inhale, lift halfway, changing it up now. Hold on the exhale, option to fly the arms. Keep lengthening the chest forwards. This time, inhale, chair pose. Bend the knees forward so the knees point over the middle toes. I want you to think of prying them apart. Reach the arms forwards, just out in front of you, and use the arms as a counterbalance to sit your bum further back. Keep the toes down. Good, knees pointing over the middle toes. Chest is lifted up, ribs pull away from the pubic. Take another inhale. And exhale, fly the arms behind you. Push the knees forwards in front of the toes and pry the knees apart. Again, keeping the knees pointing over the middle toe. Chest stays lifted. Good, nice. Let's do that to the breath. Inhale, arms forward, sit back as far as you can. Exhale, arms back, knees forwards, heels pressed down. Good, again, arms forwards, pull the hips back. Exhale, arms back, knees forwards, pry them apart. This time, inhale, one-legged mountain, left leg lifts as you stand up. Nice. On the exhale, bring the hands to the pelvis and lock your pelvis into place, upright, and make sure it doesn't twist left or right. Little tiny bend of the right knee. Inhale, lift the left knee up as high as it can go without changing the pelvis and the spine. And stay here, flex the toes down to the ground. Good, flex the toes up. Flex the toes down. Last one, flex the toes up. If down feels better for you, you can. Now keep the pelvis square, exhale, knee comes across the body, maybe just an inch or two. Keep the left hip pulling back. Good, inhale back to the center, foot stays beneath the knee. Same thing, but we open the knee out to the side, keeping the pelvis square. If your pelvis keeps moving, bend the right knee a little, the standing leg a little. Inhale back to the center, we'll do it one more time. Exhale, knee comes across the body, left hip wraps back. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, knee opens. Good, please bend your right knee in this transition. Keep the leg open to the side. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Option both arms to lift. Now the right knee bends as you slowly step back to a warrior two position. Take your time, tip the body forwards, step the left foot all the way back. Open up to the left. Nice. So your left foot's angled in, toes angled in. If you're more narrow in the frontal hip points, you will have to angle the left toes in even more. Right toes point forwards. Make sure that the foot's a little wider than heel to heel. Have it approximately hip width. Pressing the left thigh bone back. Good, right knee tracks open. Pull the front of the pelvis up, ribs into the back of the body. Keep the left thigh firm. Take an inhale breath. Press down into the right big toe, but track the right knee open. Good. Keep the legs. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm straight up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the ground, runner's lunge. Bring the hands to the inside of the right foot. Toe heel the right foot to the top right corner. And then lower the back knee if you'd like to be passive. Active, keep the knee lifted. You're welcome to stay on the palms, walk the hands forwards or come to the forearms or use the blocks. We'll be here for about 3-4 breaths before we move a little further into some other options of this pose. Breathe nice and deep. Help your body to open. So that option with the active position, you're welcome to either tuck the toes or untuck it. It is a slightly different sensation for both. Take one more full inhale breath. On the exhale, lower the back knee. Come up onto the left palm. Keep the right big toe pressing down. Inhale, right arm straight up to the sky. Option to put a block under the left hand. Exhale, reach the right hand back for a quad stretch. Grab the left foot. So if it's hard to grab the foot, this is where you're going to turn the block up taller or put a block under the hand. You're also welcome to come to the left forearm once you have the foot, if you have that space. Another option is to hook that t-shirt or strap around the foot if you need. But once you've got the foot, I want you to create resistance. Grab the baby toe side, having the thumb pointed up. Now kick the foot back at the same time, pull it in. Press down into the right big toe, squeeze the right knee forwards to point over the middle toe. Yeah, good. Take one more inhale breath. With control, slowly release the foot to the ground. And then bring the hands back to the blocks. Move into a wide half split. So pike the hips back, straighten the front leg. And now you get to just explore here. So your right heel might be out to the side, off the mat, or just slightly out to the side, but move around a little, moving to sensation. This is the nice part. So whatever you need to do in that little stretch, maybe the pelvis tips left or right, you flex the toes back or forwards. Do you have another block over? I'm not sure where that other one is. I'm gonna get one. I'll be back, guys. You just keep moving and breathing. See you next week.
Time to leave, till we get out of here.
I'm not sure where it is. There's another one somewhere. Scott, do you know where it is?
I gave it to.
What else? We'll figure it out.
I'm good.
Okay. That is so generous. Thanks for sharing.
I can make you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, where's your can?
I got a break.
You're gonna do
I was like, I have a can.
Okay, this is the fun part. Toe the right foot back to the front center of the mat. So we're in a normal position, half splits. Here is where I want you to use the blocks, please, or your can. So the hands are going to go on the blocks, the toes flex to the face, dig the heel down, and now we're going to slowly ramp this up. So we're only going to start at about 50% of what the strength of the back of the body is here. So dig the heel down only about 50%. So it's not too hard, just middle of the road. It's so fun though, you love it. And then dig it down 70%. Wrap it up. Keep the toes pulled back to the face, left glute is hugging in. Dig it down 90%, so we're starting to get a little bit more. Again, use the entire back line of the body, like when we're lying on our back, pulling the leg in, kicking it away. Dig it down about 100%, like trying to make a hole in the ground. Push it down a little bit harder. Keep the spine as it is. Inhale, lift the right foot up off the ground. Yeah, front foot. Exhale, lower it down. Nice. We're gonna do it again. Maybe we always seem to go when you're here, Sandy. We didn't do it last week.
Sorry, camera, another camera.
Just special for you. Okay, about 50%. Flex the toes, dig the heel down. Think of the left hip hugging in, the entire back of the right leg working, so the right hamstring's pulling back, digging down, glute, quad working. 60%. Keep breathing deep. 70%. Keep the toes flexed in. 80%. 90%. Dig it down 100. Really push it down. If I was to come over and pull the foot up, don't let that happen. And now lift the foot up off the ground for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bend the front knee, come into a low lunge, lift the back knee off the ground, and step forwards into a forward fold, feet at a hip width. Nice. You guys feel okay? Good. Inhale, lift halfway, lift the hamstrings up, lean forwards with the chest. Hold on the exhale option to fly the arms. Good. Inhale, chair pose, lift the arms, point the knees forwards, but pull the hips back. Good. Exhale, fly the arms, knees forwards in front of the toes, heels push down. Good. Really work on that flexion of the ankles. Again, arms forwards, pull the knees back, sit back as deep as you can. And then fly the arms back, knees forwards, pry the knees apart. Good. One more time. Arms forwards, pull the hips back, keep the chest lifted. Arms back, knees forwards, keep the knees pushing apart. Good. Let's stand up, one-legged mountain, right leg lifts up. And then bring the hands to the hips, flex the toes up, pull the knees high as you can. Good. Flex the toes down, little tiny bend of the left knee. Leg might wobble, but that's okay. The body's learning stability. Flex the toes up. Flex the toes down. Good. Flex the toes up. You're welcome to keep them flexed down if this is more stable for you. And then exhale, knee comes across the body. Keep the pelvis square, right hip pulling back. Good. Bring it back to the center. Exhale, open the knee to the side. Nice. Keep the pelvis square forwards. Inhale, center. Really good work, guys. Exhale across the body. Right hip pulls back. Inhale, center. Exhale, we open it to the right. Little tiny bend of the left knee, so we allow for the transition. Inhale, lift the left arm up. On the exhale, take your time to step back to warrior two. Nice. Right toes angled in. Awesome control. Again, have the feet just a little wider than heel to heel alignment. So give the body a bit more space. You might need to bring the front foot, left foot to the further to the left side of the mat. Right toes angled in. Track the left knee open and hug your left butt cheek underneath you. Press down into the left big toe, then start to lift up from the pubic bone through to the chest. Good, shoulders plug into the sockets. Take another inhale, kick the toe of the left foot pressing down, knee opening to the left. Hold for the exhale. Can you turn your back toes a little bit this way? Yeah, yes. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm to the sky, keep the front knee bent. Exhale, runner's lunge, hands to the inside of the foot, toe heel the left foot to the top left corner. Again, this is like playtime or free play. Did you used to call that in school, free play?
Yeah, free play.
Free play.
Playtime.
Like you had playtime? We had free play. I just thought that's so weird. Haven't thought of that for years. So again, you can stay on the palms, use the blocks, walk the hands forward, whatever feels comfortable for you here. This could be active or passive. Nice, slow, deep breaths. On this side, you might need to do something different than the previous side, whatever the body's telling you, what you are interpreting, a sensation. Take 2 more breaths. One more. Lower the back knee and come up onto the right palm. Option block under the palm. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And exhale, reach the left hand back, quad stretch, grab the foot. If you need to be higher, turn the block taller. If you are grabbing the foot, again, you can always use a strap or a t-shirt or something else to make it a little easier. If you've got the foot, kick back at the same time, pull in the thumb as pointed up again, grabbing the baby toe side. Press down into the left big toe and point the left knee forwards over the middle toe, just squeezing that knee forwards. Take another full inhale breath. Pull the right shoulder back away from the ear. And with control, slowly release the right foot to the ground. Good, let's move back into a half split wide leg position. Hands on the inside, maybe the hands on the blocks. Just moving around again, getting a feel. Playtime. I love it. Playtime, kindergarten, yeah. Free play. Free play. I used to wear a lot of red.
They don't play in kindergarten.
What?
It's all work.
What?
Preschool they play. Kindergarten they work for it. Sucks.
I'm never going to kinder again.
They wouldn't take
It's
me.
pre-kinder.
Pre-K? We call that prep in Australia. Prep. Yeah. We take one more breath here before we move into the awesome stuff. And then let's bring the left leg back towards the front center of the mat to a half splits. Hands on the blocks if necessary or fingertips, but really allow length of lifting the chest up so we got length of the spine. Flex the left toes to the face, hug the right hip in, and start to dig the left heel down. Pulling the left hamstring back, the entire thigh, front, back, glute, everything working about 50%. And breathing. And then dig it down 70%. %, keep the toes pulled back. Deep breaths. Dig it down 100%, dent the ground. Create form of your heel in the ground a little bit harder. Inhale, lift the heel up. Good, exhale, lower down. This one looks strong.
This one's easier.
Easier,
This
yeah.
side.
Yeah, was it last time?
I don't remember.
Good.
I blanked it out. I tend not to remember pain.
Yeah, new one. Creating new memories, rebranding, bringing the pain back in. Okay, dig it down about 50%. Sound a little slower, the ramping up. 60%, use the entire back of the body. Again, don't go full force straight away. Slowly increase it. 70%. Breathing deep. 80%. 90. Feel the strength start to come in. 100. Press it down as hard as you can. Again, really feel the strength, the entire back of the body. Press a little harder. Inhale, lift. We hold. 3, 2, 1. Bend the front knee, low lunge. Lift the back knee up off the ground. And exhale, we step forwards with control, forward fold. You guys okay? Widen the feet. Let's come down to frog squat again. Hands to heart, elbows to the knees. Again, option for a little sway side to side. Lift the front of the chest up. Option to reach the arms forwards or up to the sky, as long as you can keep the spine and the head upright. Good. Keep lifting up from the pubic bone, pulling the shin bones back, opening out through the inner groin out to the inner knees. Take one more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hips up, head down. Bring the feet back to hip width position. You're going to flow it out on just a little bit. Inhale, lift halfway, lean forwards, lift the front of the spine. Stand the exhale, option to fly the arms, hug the outer hips in. Inhale, chair pose, arms forward, pull the hips back. Exhale, flying chair, knees forwards, push the knees apart. Good, stand up, one-legged mountain, left leg. Option hands to hips or keep them lifted. Exhale, knee across the body. Good, keep the hips square forwards. Inhale, back to the center. Just this once. Exhale, knee opens. Keep the right hip hugging back. Bend the right knee a little bit. Keep the left leg open. Inhale, breath. Keep the right knee bent in this transition, please. Exhale, step back to warrior 2. Good, open to the side. Inhale, reverse warrior. Excuse my throat. Right arm to the sky. Awesome, guys. This time, exhale, side angle pose A. Let's bring the forearm on top of the thigh, left arm to the sky. And now press the forearm down as you press the thigh up to the forearm. Pull the shoulder blades back and pull the front ribs into the back of the body. Keep the right butt cheek hugging back and in. Press down into the right big toe. Inhale, Uttita, left arm over the ear. Again, ribs in. Turn the nipples to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, hands to the ground. Here, option to use with blocks, inhale, straighten the front leg, modified pyramid. So pull the hips back, come high onto the left tip toes, wrap the inner left thigh back, and then pull the outer right hip back. If it's not moving, bend the front knee a little so you can wrap the right hip back. Option to flex, actually let's everyone flex the right toes to the face, deep the heel down, like what we were doing in that half splits. Then lift the front of the spine, keep sliding the right hamstring back, the chest stays lifted. Exhale, bend the front knee, step forwards with control. Use your right butt cheek. Good, inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Stay on the exhale, same option, fly the arms, whatever works for you, ribs up. Inhale, chair pose, arms forward, hips pull back, hamstrings slide back. Exhale, flying chair, knees forwards, keep them pried apart so they point forwards. Inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg. Good, arms where they need to be, toes flexed up or down. Exhale, knee comes across the body, keep the pelvis square, right hip pulls back. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, knee opens out to the side. Good, bend your left knee, take an inhale breath, start to slowly tip the body. At the bottom of the exhale, we'll land in Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2, right foot back. Nice, awesome. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm to the sky, keep the left knee tracking open. Exhale, side angle as we add on, forearm on top of the thigh for side angle A. Keep the right toes turned in, and then anchor the left outer hip back as you press down into the left big toe. Same thing, forearm presses down, thigh presses up. Create that resistance, wrap the ribs, front ribs down, and pull them into the back of the body. Inhale, Uttita, extended side angle, right arm over the ear, turn the nipples to the sky, ribs in, back thigh is firm. Exhale, hands to the ground, low lunge. Option to grab your blocks. Inhale, straighten the front leg, lift the chest, come high onto the back toes. This is a modified pyramid position. Have the pelvis as if I could come and sit a teacup on the pelvis and it won't tip backwards, forwards or side to side. And now lift the front of the spine up, wrap the left hip a little further back, bending the front knee if it won't pull back. Now come higher onto the right tiptoes, wrap the inner right thigh back. The left toes are flexed to the face, the heels digging down a little bit like that, half splits again. Keep the front of the spine long, shoulders back. Good, exhale, low lunge, bend the front knee, step forwards into a forward fold with control. Awesome, guys. Inhale, lift halfway. Now your choice, either frog squat or come to a squat and curl. If you have an arm balance, please feel free to practice here. If you are feeling ready for it right now, we'll have another chance again to get to play with it. Arm balance might be flying frog, crow, it might be something on the blocks, it might be baby crow on the forearms. What is the body open and ready for? Nice. Look forward. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Top of the mat, inhale, lift halfway. We're going to flow through. Hold on the exhale. Always this option here to fly the arms. Good. Inhale, chair pose, arms forward, pull back, sit back as far as you can. Exhale, flying chair, part the knees, push the knees forwards, heels down. Good, stand up, left leg lifts up. Just once, exhale, knee across the body, little bend of the right knee. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, knee opens to the left. We're going to add on again here. Bend your right knee, reach up higher through the right hand. And let's move into half moon pose. So we did this the other week as well. Reach the upper body forwards. The right arm will come all the way out. When it cannot come out further, bring the right hand to the ground or onto a block. Left leg kicks back behind you, left toes flex in. So this is like the transition, except we're just hanging here. And then option left hand to the sky. If you need the hand on the hip, use it. Now wrap the right outer hip back, start to pull the front ribs into the back of the body. We're not here for too long. Press down into the right big toe, start to lean forwards, bend the front knee, and we'll slowly step back, medium warrior 2. Awesome. Inhale, reverse warrior. Front knee stays bent, reach up. Exhale, angle pose, forearm onto the back. Inhale, Uttita, left arm over the ear. We're going to add on here. Keep the body, straighten your front leg into extended triangle pose. As the front leg straightens, you'll slide the right hamstring back. Right palm comes on top of your right shin bone. So with the palm on top of the shin, push your calf up into your hand so it's really active and press down into the right big toe. Look down at your right knee. Notice if it's rolled in or out. If it is rolled in, bend the front knee a little, wrap the outer right hip further back. Then anchor the left hip down to the left heel. If necessary, please turn the left toes in even more, angle them in more. Now wrap the ribs in, take another inhale breath, turn the nipples to the sky. Exhale, bend the front knee, low lunge, pivot forwards. Grab the blocks if necessary. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Good. Here's the fun part. Dig your right heel down. Dig it down like we're in that half splits again. Walk hands back so they're beneath the shoulders. Can you lift the right heel off the ground? Dig it down again. We do it one more time. If you can. Flex the toes back. Get your cans. Dig the heel up. Lift it up. Good. Lower it back down. So here, in this modified pyramid pose, walk your hands back and your fingers point back away from you. So they point to the back of the mat. Right toes are flexed up. Start to hug the thigh and the stomach into one another as you lean forwards. Push into your fingertips and maybe pull the left foot up off the ground so the foot comes towards the glute, knee towards the chest. Nice. Give it a couple more goes, a few more breaths here. Keep the right hamstring pulling back, right toes flex back. From Flamingo to handstand. One more breath. I know it's without the box, I'm sorry, Sam.
That's okay.
And exhale, bend the front knee, step forwards with control. Yeah. So the main thing with this is on the fingertips, that really makes a difference. Sometimes it's hard, we need to strengthen our fingers a little bit more, but hopefully that works for you guys. You guys feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Fun?
Yeah.
Yeah? Sweet. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep leaning forward, stay on the exhale, do what you need to with the arms, maybe fly them. Inhale, chair, arms forwards, reaching chair. We'll pull this, hips back. Exhale, flying chair, knees forwards, pry them apart, keep the big toes pressing down. Good, inhale, one-legged mountain, right leg lifts. Hands where they need to be, exhale, knee across the body, pelvis stays square, little bend with the left knee. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, knee opens to the right. Keep the left knee bent in this transition, or both knees. Reach a little higher with the left hand. And then slowly make your way to half moon. So tip the upper body forwards, reach as far as you can. When you cannot reach further, bring the left hand down, either to the ground or to a block. Right leg kicks back, left hip hugs back. So same thing, left knee, if it's rolled in, bend the knee a little, wrap the outer left hip back. Use your left butt cheek and left big toe, keep that connection strong. Pull the ribs in, option to lift the right arm to the sky, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Kick the back heel as hard as you can away from you. As you bend the front knee, slowly step back. Warrior two. Nice work, guys. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the front knee bent, reach back. Land on a little again. Exhale, side angle pose. Forearm on the thigh. Back leg strong and straight. Inhale, Utthita, top arm over the ear. Exhale, straighten the front leg, triangle pose, extended version with the arm. So make sure the back toes are angled in a little bit more, and then bring your right foot further towards Scott, towards that side of the mat, a little bit more again. Yeah, and then turn the left toes left a bit. Good. Wrap the outer left hip back. Again, if you need to look down, look at the left knee. Notice if it's rolled in, bend the knee, wrap the left hip back. The hand is on top of the shin, pushing the calf up into the palm. Wrap the ribs in and push the outer right hip down. Take another inhale breath. And exhale, low lunge. Hands to the blocks or the ground. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Hands frame the front foot. Dig the heel down, flex the toes up. So that same thing, almost like the half splits. I want you to push the heel down into the ground. And then lift the heel up. Even if it's just the action of lifting it, it doesn't have to lift. Dig the heel down. Do it one more time. Good. Lift the heel forwards and up. Nice. Dig the heel down. Walk the blocks back behind you. So that same thing, so you can rotate the upper arm bones externally. Fingers point back. Push the fingertips down. Flex the left toe, start to round the body forwards like you're pulling the ribs and the thigh together. And then lean forwards, maybe lifting the back toes off the ground, bending the knee, reaching the foot to the glute. Good, so use that little triangle, the weight between the fingers and the heel. If you need, Adam, turn your blocks taller. And think left toes flex as hard as they can towards you. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't see. Give it another go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, you got it. Yeah, squeeze the knee up, keep the heel. And you bring your bum further back. It's right there, And it is, so the body often, now I'll see how this side goes. It's like, no. My injuries, not even letting that happen. We want to try and keep ourselves lean back as far as we can go. That's why we reach the hands back behind us and push down, keeping the hips back, then pulling the front leg in. Give it another breath. Good now. onto your fingertips. Good. Nice. Yes, yes, you got it. Yeah, awesome. Do you want to turn to the side and show everybody? We're just kicking Sandy's butt here. So this is very lovely. Take the blocks back. Turn the fingertips back. Good, really drag that left heel forward with the toes back. Come up onto the fingertips if you can. Yeah. Good. Nice. Yes. Ta-da. Beautiful, Sandy. Awesome. Thank you. Let's come into a standing forward fold.
My mistake on the other side is I was going
Leaning
forward.
too far forwards. You want to do the other side and have a go? Had enough. Forward fold, top of the mat. Let's bring the feet together this time and come into a squat and curl position, a tiny little ball. Good. Press the heels up onto the tiptoes. Take one more inhale. And then slowly sit your bum to the ground. Soles of the feet together. Big toes. So bring the peace fingers around the big toes. If you need to sit up on something, especially if you're super tight in the pelvis or the low back, take an inhale breath. We'll tip from the pelvis. Exhale, leaning the upper body forwards. Keep the spine neutral. Pull the shins up, the knees out. Breathe deep. One more full inhale. Pull the shoulders back, knees push out. Nice. Inhale, sit up. Keep a hold of the toes. If you're sitting on something, please remove it. Lift the legs up to the sky. Bye. So do the one that's a little bit harder, whether that means that the legs open or closed. Find your balance point. Ooh. Pull into the toes. Lift the chest up towards the feet. Open the knees. If they're not, close the legs. Do that again. Open the legs. Close the legs. Now from here, open the legs. And now come into an upright seated happy baby. So we're going to get to play again.
That looks so much better when you have long legs.
Good with you. Now pull the chest forwards through the legs. As long as this is okay for the spine, round the spine onto your back, happy baby. Oh, are you guys ready? We're going to rock up to a seated happy baby. It's fine.
Play time.
Yeah, play time, free play. Inhale, breath. We're going to do it 2 more times. Exhale, slowly roll the spine down. We'll take a full breath once we get onto our back. Full exhale. Let's do that again. Rock up to a seated happy baby. Oh, that one was intense. I nearly flipped forwards. And then slowly, last one. Oh. We'll stay here for an inhale. And an exhale. Again, rock yourself up. Seated happy baby. Oh. Take an inhale breath. And then slowly roll all the way onto your back, happy baby. Stay here. It is free play. I mean, it's like a kid anyway. It's free play. Cross the right knee on top of the left knee. Recline cow face. Grab the ankles. Pull the shins apart from one another. Flex the toes in. So the knee all the way across if it can go there. If not, figure 4 is an option. And then grab the ankles instead of the feet so we're not tugging on the ligaments on the outer ankles. They tend to give way pretty easily. Flex the toes in, especially the baby toe side of the foot. Take another inhale breath. And let's swap it over opposite on top. And again, grab the ankles if you can. If not, you're grabbing the knees. If you're grabbing the ankles, you'll pull the shins apart from one another. You might stay still, you might move. We'll take 2 more breaths. Again, you have an option to take figure 4 if it's a little bit too intense for the body. You get the shoulders pulling back. One more full inhale. And exhale, release, and hug both knees into the chest. Bring the forehead into the knees. Squeeze the body as tight as you can. If there's anything else that you feel completely ready for, please do it right now. Otherwise, let's move into our resting pose. In your resting pose, if you have blocks, you're welcome to put them under the back of the knees. Have a bolster, can go under the body, under the knees, over the body. You're welcome to put a blanket over the abdomen. Anything that feels like it's going to help you to relax. And then allow yourself to fully relax. Let go. Think of the front of the body melting through the layers, through the tissues, down into the back of the body. Any breath control, releasing it. All that hard work, done what you needed to do. You're right where you need to be right now. Give yourself permission to be. Be right here.